How is it going, everybody? My name is Nightingale. Welcome to another one of my videos. Today we are going through the walkthrough for Divine Beast Vah Naboris. That is the big camel in the desert. Okay, so to access this Divine Beast, you would have to be in the Gerudo region, which is in the bottom left corner of the map. And to start it, you'll need to go to Gerudo Town, a town full of Vai, who are women in their language, in whatever language that is. So the problem is, when you come to Gerudo Town, this is where you actually do indeed start the quest. This is where everything begins. So this is where you want to be. So go to this shrine, and you'll find that there is a person spying on Gerudo Town. Now, we can't actually get in because Link is obviously a man. He's not welcome. Okay, so it's not welcome into the town. But this person here might actually have a suggestion. So on your way to Gerudo Town, it's likely that you'll have passed through Karakara Bazaar, and that's where we'll need to go next. Maybe with shield surfing, unless you've got a sand seal. It doesn't matter if this is your first or maybe likely your last Divine Beast that you're going to tackle. I'm going to try and cover everything, so including the first sections, how to get started, where to get started, even that's somewhat also important. All right, so let's talk about the desert. Now, in the daytime, it's going to get hot. You'll need a low-level heat-resistant potion to bear the heat. In the nighttime, it's going to get cold, so you're going to need a low-level cold resistance potion. But you can see I don't actually have a potion active. What I do have is a frost blade. If I didn't have that, it would be a bit too hot. You can see that notification that just popped up. Okay, so the temperature is getting very high. So that's my trick to doing that. You can use a ice or flame weapon to handle it. But if you want, you can also cook some meals for it as well. It's likely that I'm going to need to find something to deal with the cold later on. In fact, I can probably see if I can do something about it now. So here's a cooking pot, and I've got a cool saflina. I'm just going to cook that. It's probably not going to last very long. 2 minutes 30 is okay. And a warm saflina. You can find both plants in the desert, and you can see one's for cold, one's for heat. Now, when we get to Karakara Bazaar, the instructions were to go straight to the top over here. Okay, so the highest point, and there is only one highest point. You're not going to miss it, don't worry. And the highest point, you're going to find someone who's been sneaking into Gerudo Town as a Vai, even though he is a man, or a Vo as they call it, and we are going to buy some clothes off him, and you're going to need 600 rupees. So you can see I just saved up enough to get the clothes. So 600 rupees is what you'll need, and suddenly we've got enough, or we have access into the town, and that's good. Ah, Link's expression. Much disappointment. Anyway, instead of walking back or sliding back, whatever, let's just travel back to the shrine that we activated. You don't have to have completed it if you don't want to. So there we go. We've got access into the town, and once we've got the clothes, we can walk in freely. But if you do change back into man clothes or take off any section of women's clothes, or of the let's see, I'm pretty sure it's just called the Gerudo the Gerudo outfit. If you take off any part of it, they will actually sense you and throw you out of the town. So make your way to the chief. That's how we start the Divine Beast quests. Similar to all the other ones, there is a phase where you make preparations, and then a phase where you engage the beast before actually going into the beast. So I'm just going to quickly save here. As is my custom, I'm going to fast forward through any of the plot so that I don't spoil anything and you can reveal the story yourself. Alright, now that we're back, we're going to exit out to the right side of the room and talk to this Commander Teak, and she's going to tell you that Bata, one of the other women warriors, is in trouble and we need to go rescue her from the Yiga. Okay, so she's run off and we're going to go and find her. Now the point, the location of the Yiga clan is highlighted with that yellow marker, and we're going to exit from that training area and turn left, and you'll be able to find someone who can rent you a sand seal. So you need 20 rupees for sand seals. I forgot to mention that. So maybe in total 620 rupees. Also, don't forget bomb arrows. We're going to need bomb arrows when we get to Divine Beast later on. That's also useful. So make your way to the yellow dot, the yellow marker, and that will be the Yiga clan, the Yiga hideout. Bit of a bumpy ride here. Got some electric Lizalfos that are hiding around, even on that pillow there. But you can safely ignore them, they can't keep up with you. Oh dear. Now, if you do manage to get hit, the seal is going to get stunned for a second. Unfortunately, poor seal. Let's try to avoid the next ones. I think these guys are able to die. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Oh, good moves. Okay, so we'll come to a place where we can't take them any further, and this is it. So this is not sand anymore. They can't. They can't pull you around easily. Anyway, we're gonna have to do this next part on foot, and now that it's nighttime, we are gonna encounter some other style enemies in particular, but make sure you've got a pretty good bow handy and some nice weapons as well. So we're heading into a place where I managed to headshot this guy, where there are some Yiga foot soldiers. They have 72 HP, and I've got a bow that does 38 damage. This is one that I picked up. Yeah, so 38 damage, and you can see where I died just then. And we're going to come across a point where there are going to be a number of them as well. So getting headshots is going to kill them quickly. Try not to stay in one spot. Move to the sides, try and get headshots as well. Okay, so I think that's it for now. There might be a couple later on. That's okay. Duplex bows are nice because they shoot 2 arrows at 14 damage each, which is a decent amount, and that's pretty useful. But the royal bow obviously does a bit more damage. So I'm gonna take, you can see there's another one down over here. I'm gonna take a torch and I'm gonna go to the door that is, so you see the entrance, I think it's the third one. Okay, so it's the third one from the right. I might be wrong. In any case, you can obviously just check it all up yourself, and it is correct. So behind the others there are chests, or there are enemies, and okay, so this is the right one, and this is Bata behind the bars. Notice down here there is a Yiga Blade Master. He is going to one-hit you if he catches you. So do your best to be sneaky. Use whatever weapon you've got. I haven't really experimented, but I'm pretty sure these guys die to one hit of any kind. Try to stay behind him. You can crouch dash. He's not going to notice you unless you get too close. Try to stay towards his outer circle so you can see he turned there. Obviously that's just to prevent him from seeing you. And he's going to pause at every corner, which gives you... Oh, he didn't really there. Which gives you a little bit of time to sneak strike him. So that's what you would want to do. Okay, we're chasing him quite some distance here currently. And we're taking our time just to be safe. Now that took a little bit too long. Anyway, there's another one guarding the door here. This one's a lot easier because he doesn't move. Just do your best to walk up to the side of him. He will still count as a sneak strike. So there we go. Bananas on some platforms. I think there's a bow on one of them as well. The chest here is probably what I'll get before I move on. A sapphire. Nice. And then, so there's a weapon up there. I think it's a duplex again. And then as I am over here, I'm going to shoot a fire arrow in that middle one. That's probably where we're going to go later on. It's going to cause some confusion from the enemies inside that room, but that's where we're going to go later on. Okay, now, so you can see it's actually a hidden passageway through there. But before we do, I might as well collect some mighty bananas from in here. These guys, yeah, these are pretty useful for attack up potions in any other part of the game. There are lots of chests around in this room and also outside of this room. You can see here. I'll try and point some out to you. You can see one right there on the walkways. On the walkway there are bananas, and I think on the far walkway there is a chest as well. I'm not gonna bother going for them. Now let's check out these guys. So there's one person that does a loop around this block right here. I think he's walking. There he is. And there's one person that walks back and forth over there. And right here where I'm looking at him, he just stares right in front. And we're gonna need to try and make our way past all of those guys all together. Okay, so those three. There are two other Blade Masters in that room, but they're not far. Well, they're not. Yeah, not close enough for us to be worried about them. So the guy who wields this torch, he's making his way back. Just currently, you can distract them with bananas if you want, and I'll show you how to do that for one of them, at least. So this guy doesn't really quite make it to this end here. And we don't want to give ourselves away. Let's just be patient. So let me tell you what happens if they do spot you. They're going to lock all the doors. You can't progress anywhere, and you are going to you're going to have to face them. The Blade Masters kill you in one hit. Although of course you can sneak strike them in one hit as well. So once we're in the secret passageway, there aren't any enemies. And there are some chests. Nice gold one. In fact, 2 gold ones. And this will allow you to keep on going. Obviously, try not to get hit there. And where you are is right above the one guarding the door. You want to make your way past there. Okay, so what you will probably want to do, this is where the bananas come in handy. Okay, so I got quite a lot of bananas. Did you know that if you press the down button, you can actually make it drop far? So I'm gonna make it drop anywhere, to be honest. Drop far over there, and then he's gonna spot it and get distracted from it. Meantime, we're going to sail right past. And that's the room. Nice mighty bananas, they're treasured possessions. So if you notice the chests on the ground, this is probably how they try and reveal stuff to you. If you notice the chest in the ground, then you activate it and you'll notice that there is a block in the wall that also can be manipulated by magnesis. It's probably what they were trying to do. So you got some gems in these ones here. Also gems in that other room. Unfortunately, we obviously didn't make it. That's okay. Okay, in this room, actually no, we still can't save. But yeah, let's wait. There we go. And through here, we encounter a very special person indeed. Very special. Fatso! I'm just kidding, that's not his name. The leader of the Yiga clan. Master Kohga. If you want, don't forget to take a picture of him for your compendium. This guy is fairly easy to beat. Okay, so this is essentially how you want to take him out. Essentially, he's gonna summon a lot of things above his head, and that's like the main way that you deal damage to him. Okay, you can add damage obviously like this. So he's gonna summon things above his head, and it's just a rinse and repeat. And you shoot him, and then it's gonna drop on him. And then he's gonna change into different phases of the battle. Okay, so it's a bit of a comedic fight. It's not a serious one. I honestly don't think you guys will have much trouble. So what's gonna happen here is he's going to rotate these guys around him, wait for one to be on top of him, and then it's gonna drop in the same way. Okay, so you can see it's honestly, it's just what it is. And in order not to burn through all of my weapons, I'm gonna try and abuse the mechanics that they've put on us, and I'm gonna... So yeah, phase 3. Now, what you can do for this one is you want to use magnesis and then drop it on him. So you're fighting him with magnesis here, and I actually missed it. So that's as simple as it can be. As soon as he summons it, just use magnesis, activate it, and drop it. That's a massive portion of damage there. I would say his skills are pretty impressive, but definitely he's not using them right. So, you know, even masterful people who don't do anything about their weaknesses, they're just going to be easy targets. So Master Kohga, that's it from him. He's going to be a little bit dramatic here, and he activates some mechanic in the game that after this section, when you roam around the Hyrule region, his followers are gonna attack you more. So if you've come across Yiga clan ninjas previously, they're gonna be a lot more, and you're gonna even find blade masters, and even the foot soldiers in the past are going to have better weapons from now on as well. So there we go. Goodbye, Master Kohga. And he actually even warned you about this. Ready? Check it out. See? The Yiga clan will track you to the ends of Hyrule. That was... He warned you about it. So here we are, the Thunder Helm. That's what we've been wanting to get. All right, let's go back to Riju and present it to her. No doubt they'll be very impressed with us. So she's not here. Okay, second floor. Here it is. This is Riju. Let's fast forward. Okay, after talking to Riju, what you would want to do is go back to get a sand seal, but we're going to get it from a different place just because it's easier. Now we're going to the south side of town. We're at an outpost where Riju is waiting for us, and if you head to this corner of town, there is this person who also sells sand seals. Okay, and I chose the wrong option. Let's seal the deal is what I'm supposed to press. Alright. So the sand seal will take us to this place here. You're not going to get lost. It's also marked by the yellow target as well. And we're about to start engaging the beast. What an exciting time. Okay, so there's Riju. Once you start talking to her, you will begin the mission. And what I'm going to do is see if I've got a good long-range bow. Doesn't look like I do. Just going to save, just for good time's sake, right here. And once we're ready to start, let's talk to Riju. Here we go. Nice, so we actually get some bonus bomb arrows as well. Let's describe what's happening here. So Riju is going to create a force field that deflects Naboris' lightning strikes that are aimed at us, and that's going to help us approach it, I suppose. So that's why the Thunder Helm is so important, but we need to try and make sure we stay in the circle. It is a little bit tricky. Now with our current bow, essentially, maybe I'll tell you in a little bit so that you'll know what I'm talking about when we get to it. Alright, thanks Riju, let's go.
Over here.
I think I need a... Oh, that's not enough. What else do I have? Okay, so if you wear the Garuda outfit, you get another heat resistance bonus, so that's 2 levels. I'm lucky that I have 2 levels, but I'm not certain that I can keep up. I can do this within 2 minutes, unless I try and hurry. So there's the camel. I'm gonna go chase it. So its feet glow. I don't know if you can see it, but its feet glow, and you'll need 2 bomb arrows to take out each of its feet. When we get close, it's going to start shooting lightning, and I hope that Riju is close enough behind that we'll still be safe. So I'm charging ahead. There it is. And there's the lightning strike. Take out 1 foot at a time is my advice. Okay, so I'm slowing down so that Riju has a chance to catch up. And I think I am going to get hit, unfortunately. Oh well. Okay, let's keep up with her this time. There we are. Alright, so change to the bomb arrows, and we're going to shoot each foot twice. Take your time. Dang, that's very silly. Definitely using more arrows than I anticipated. Nice. Okay. So that's 2 feet down. And just waiting for the lightning strike. Let's go. Come on, Riju. Gotta go faster. And guys, that is engaging Vah Naboris. We did actually get struck by lightning a couple of times. It takes a little bit of practice. You can see even I was rather rusty at it. And here we are able to enter the beast.
I can't wait to see.
Thanks, Abosa.
One thing at a time. You'll need a map to find your way around. Head over to that guidance.
Let's save. Okay, let's get started. I'm gonna go to my trusty uniform and take out this guy over here. 1 bomb arrow does take these guys out, but if you don't have enough bomb arrows, just work them out the normal way. Don't waste a bomb arrow on these guys, even though this eyeball didn't really pose much of a hindrance to us. Go straight to the end, and then I'll talk about this divine beast. When I did Vah Naboris for like the first 3 times that I've done it, it's been really annoying and really confusing, and it's taken me a little bit of planning to create a smooth run for this beast here, and I want to show you how to do that so it can be helpful to you guys, to any other players out there. Let's talk about this first chest. You want to stasis it, drop it, and then use magnesis on it. Now just to show you, you see if you aim at something, it's going to have that glowing orb, but if you aim at something that's been stasised, then it's not going to have that animation, which means you can spam it on this chest and you'll consistently get it. So don't worry, just aim at the chest and spam magnesis on it. You will always get it. Alright, now that we came from the entrance straight to the other side, we're going to go up. Alright, I'm sure you'll find this way up. There's only one way up, you can see. And then this is the guidance stone. You can see the chest in the background over there. That's a secret chest that we'll get later on. As always, the guidance stone gives us the locations of the 5 terminals and one aspect, the control over one aspect, which I'll show you what it is and why it's so confusing and why it's caused a lot of complaint and grief. So it's more complicated than all the other ones. So it's a camel and there are 3 barrels in the center there. Now, for each of those barrels, you can rotate 90 degrees one of 4 ways. Okay, so
Good work. The terminals that take Nabor, you're ready.
and it's confusing because say if you got to find the perfect combination. If you rotate this one 4 times, 3 times, 2 times, once again, and then 3 times and twice and whatever, you're going to get yourself really lost. So my job, I hope, is to try not to lose you and explain to you everything the easiest way possible. Let's get started. Go straight to the central control unit. We're not going to activate it, obviously we can't. And use bomb arrows on the walls. You can use your normal bombs if you want. Turn left at the central control unit. We can turn right in a moment, but it's not super helpful to us right now. We are going, so we went left. And then that gives us some bomb arrows. We still have bomb arrows activated, I believe. So let's change that to normal ones. Shoot this guy in the eye if you can, dealing double damage, and then go through. And just follow this platform. Now we're towards the front side of the camel now. Okay, so let's label this into parts. There's 1 terminal in the neck, 2 in the humps, and 2 in the central barrels. Alright, so the front, middle, and back barrel is how I'm going to call it. When you rotate them, just in case you're interested, they always go anti-clockwise. So you can see they go anti-clockwise if you're facing the front. Alright, let's not change anything just yet. Let's talk about the terminals. The ones in the center, so the bottom 3 are okay. The ones in the humps, they're not hard to get to, but you have to go through a puzzle that is solved by going to the butt flap. I don't know what that is. Is that a butt flap? Anyway, the butt flap that activates up and down. So we're going to need to work with that. So you can imagine the barrels aren't actually maybe the biggest thing here. So the mechanism that they gave us only helps us solve 2 out of the 5 terminals, and that's okay. All right, continue where we left off. Go for this metal chest. There's nothing else in that room, so don't worry, you can't get into it or out of it. So we're going to leave that, and we are in a good position to take out this eyeball that reveals to us chest number, we're going to call it chest number 5. Okay, chest number 5 is attached to chest number 6 over there. So you've got 2 of those. So you can see how the rotating mechanism is going to help us. But let's leave it for now. We're going to turn around and change the middle barrel so that it spins and the electricity, the current that is caused by the generator, the crystal, is at the top, connecting to the orange one, activating the orange one, which causes this door to open and start spinning. So this is a spinning slice of the beast. Let's talk about how to navigate this. So be patient, guys. Walk, just use your logic, just walk in a way where the lasers aren't going to hit you as easily. Take out the eyeball, and I know that there is a chest in here. Sorry, not a chest in here, a shield in here. So I'm going to replace the one that's damaged. And killing the eyeball will cause the malice to go away, and you'll make it out of here fairly easy. So chest number 4 shouldn't be too much of a trouble for you guys. Now for us here, I'm gonna go for and get this other get the terminals in here later here. So what we're going to do, so let me point it out for you. We've got 2 chests that we need to get. We've got 2 terminals in here that we need to get, but one of them we can actually get later. In this entire barrel, there's only one structure that's a box shape. So it's over right there. Okay, so it's right there. Keep sliding. And that's what we want to get to. You can't access that box currently because that wall is blocked. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, but the wall is blocked. We have to rotate it so that it's on the other hole over there. Alright, so then it's not blocked. And then we can go into it to activate our first terminal. So this one, unfortunately, does require us to manipulate the beast a little bit, but it's all for this terminal, so it's an isolated event. Alright, so far what we've done is we've rotated the middle section to get the generator working, and then we're going to rotate the bottom barrel, so the back barrel. Okay, so this one, we're going to rotate it twice. But just before we do, let's cancel that. To cancel the rotation, you just have to do it 4 times in the same position. It won't move. So we need to make our way onto that platform there. You can see that currently we actually took away our chances to do that easily. And those were the platforms that we used earlier. That's okay. So add the guidance stone again. Just use your momentum. Link's a nimble person. Just use your momentum. You will actually make it. Just want to say you will actually make it. I don't make it. Now that's the first time that I haven't made it. I don't think that's gonna happen for you. So add the guidance stone. Just run across. You can use the Divine Beast feature to help you, but so once again, I'm trying not to lose you guys. So not make any changes where I don't have to. So over here, we are going to turn the bottom barrel twice, and we will have access into the box that has the terminal. Now here's our conundrum. When we enter the box, we can't use the terminal yet. We have to rotate it one more time, but that was the only way in or out. I don't know if you noticed, that was the only way in or out. So essentially we need to rotate it 3 more times. Okay, but activate the terminal first. Alright, I did that quickly. You don't have to rush. Just be patient. I almost missed it, and then I would have had to do another full rotation. So we're doing a full rotation so that we can go back outside. You can watch the hole. There are no openings until we get to that side again. And then we'll leave it there. So that is terminal number 1. Okay, now we're going to go to this door. Let's analyze this door for a bit. When I say door, I mean this slice of a cross section where we've got 2 doors, one that's coming up right here as well. So we've got 2 doors, and we can go into either of them for this first bit here. When we come back, there's going to be a different story. Now on these doors, there is a rotating platform that is swinging with us like a clock arm. So let's call it the clock arm platform. It is the only one that is moving. And that one, there's only one of them but 2 doors, so you have to jump on the right door later on. So let's talk about that in a moment. We're going to the neck. We're leaving the other terminal in the body alone for a while. So this is the cross rotational wheel. Let's call it cross wheel. When you rotate it, you want to get 2 of the electricity bulbs lining up just like that, and you rotate it the other way to do the same for that one. So that one moves. So that one stays where it is unless you make an accident and walk the wrong way. And when you line them both up, you will activate you'll activate the lift that's on the neck that's coming down. And this is to get to terminal number 2. I'm going to do something weird here. That's just to try to make this run smooth. as I said, you can't access, so you can see the mallets here, can't access the humps from the front. You have to go to the back. Well, we're not going to do that just yet, actually. That's not what we're trying to do here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fly across. So this middle section, if you had Rivali's Gale, you can actually access the humps early. I'm going to fly to the butt section. Okay, this is the bum. Alright, so now we just flew from the neck to the bum. You can fly on the outside, so I'm trying to skip some things, make this smooth. Use a shock arrow if you have. If you do not have, don't worry about this step. Just go to the next part. So what's going to happen is that this thing is going to move for the first time with an animation. So we have to activate it once for the animation. Otherwise, we're not going to make it the next time when we are ready for it. And what we did was we took out the eyeball. The eyeball can only be taken out when you are close. And that opened the doorway up the end there. So we're going to come back to this part later. We can do it now, but let's do it later for a seamless run. Alright, what we're going to do is that if you remember the secret chest that I was talking about, it's right under where we are standing. So let's go get that one. So jump off, paraglide onto this walkway, and then that chest there. So unfortunately, the cost of getting secret and hidden chests is that we have to go, do things again, retrace steps. Drop, continue dropping down, and you will find that this is where we had the magnesis stasis combo chest there. Alright, let's see if we can take out these two chests as well now. So this is how I would do it. I would walk onto this doorway, not this one actually, the next one. So the next one that is followed by the clock arm that I was mentioning. So you can see there's only one clock arm. If you go on that one, it's not going to be very helpful. So you got to go on this one. You have to be patient with this divine beast. You can't rush things. The rotational motion takes its own time. So just sit back and relax for a little while. Now we're going to be swept up by that clock arm, but it's not touching the ground. That's why we have to go on the doorway first. And then we're going straight to the top. Okay, so if I was to summarize, we rotated the middle one just once, so to get the electricity running, and the back one a couple of times to access that terminal. We haven't done anything to the front barrel, which we don't need to. Okay, we don't need to. Now this should be safe enough. Let's just drop down onto the clock arm. It's going to take us, so walking on it gives us a bit of height. It's going to take us to the top here. And you can access that terminal now, but for a seamless run, you don't have to right now. What we're going to do is going to get those two chests that are attached to each other. So rotate the middle one once, okay, and this is going to give us access to this section here. You might be thinking, how are we going to get the other one because it's upside down now? Well, obviously we're going to keep rotating, but it's hard because of the counterclockwise motion. So you can analyze this section a little bit yourself, just replacing durability. If this thing moves, where are we going to stand so that we can get that chest perfectly? So what we're going to do is we're going to jump down to this platform. So straight below, okay, straight below is where we are, and we are going to basically rotate this. You've got to be careful here. We're standing on this tiny little thing right here. Okay, we're going to be standing on this tiny little thing right here. So move your feet there, and then you can see where Link is. Don't fall off. And then that's going to bring us up. So where we were standing on that platform, that corner. I can't aim any higher, but it's a little bit higher than that. We were standing on that platform right at the top there, jumping down for this section over here. So that's chest number... what are we on to? I think that's 7 already. Yeah, that should be chest number 7. And we've got... Alright, so now what we're going to do is we can actually return the barrel, the generator to the top again. That will activate, so that's going to activate the power, the turn, the rotation again. Alright, and then we're going to go back up to the top. So I chose the doorway with the clock arm following, so take your time, be patient. I honestly hope that I haven't lost you guys just yet, that everything's been smooth so far. So we're not going to do anything more with the back barrel. We haven't done anything anyway with the front one. So that one was just to get the terminal. This one we have to come back to later on one more time, because you can see that the main core unit is upside down. So we're just going to turn it right way before we tackle Thunderblack. That's all we're doing with the barrels from that one. Okay. Go back up. So you can see we had to come back up to the top anyway. That's why we left the terminal for a second. It's not likely that you're going to miss that gap. But the good news is that currently we are all lined up. See here? We're all lined up from back to front. Front to back with this generator. And that's where we want the power to be. So remember that shock arrow that we had to use for that tail? Well, this is going to be our permanent shock arrow since we've managed to connect up the electricity to this section. So push that forward. So the top two go forward and the bottom two come back. But before you rush straight first into it, what you want to do is give yourself a little time to run to the back over there. So that will ensure that we've got enough time to actually get to the tail. And because you see it starts immediately, you're not going to make that hill if you activate it already. So now it's going to stay here because it's a permanent shock arrow. Take out some eyeballs around and take out the eyeball in the corner over there. Use magnesis to take this chest. This is chest number 8. We are very close to the end of everything. We're not going to go up, we're actually going to go down first. And on the opposite side of the chest is an electric orb we're going to drop straight to the floor. Okay. And now we're going to go back up. This elevator doesn't go all the way to the top, so there are actually 3 floors. There's the ground one, first and second floor. We're going to use the ladder to climb up. There's some malice there. We're going to use this to activate this central, the one on the first floor, so that the bottom section gets lit up and there is a lift sort of thing going on there. You can go from the other side and get this chest, but just to save a little bit of time, we're gonna take on a little bit of malice. Actually, we managed to skip all the malice there. That's the first time I was able to do that. So that is the last chest, guys. That's the final one. All right. So now that the orb is on the bottom, we're gonna do the same for this one orb over here. Okay. So that orb should go straight to the bottom. You can probably shoot that eyeball right there. And there's another one right under this platform here. And that one covers this terminal. So that's terminal number 4. Alright, basically take your time with that. I did that all in one motion, but you don't have to. Just follow the lift. Okay, follow the lift. That's all you gotta do. Is there any reason why I'm waiting for that one? I forget. I don't think so. Let's go down. Yeah, let's go down. So we've got all the chests. We've got the 2 orbs. So to access this one, you can use the orb to light it up, or you can use a shock arrow. It's permanent. And what we're going to do is try and be careful here. Anyway, when you beat these guys, the other door will open as well. So guys, this is the last terminal where you just want to place both orbs onto this section here. Wait. And we're pretty much done with the puzzle that is Vah Naboris. Definitely probably the longest one. You can, once again, you can access these humps if you had Rivali's Gale. I do normally do that. This is a tutorial, however. So do what you can to go back into the center now, and while we're at it, so just just take your time. Alright, now that we're in, we can rotate the middle one just like we said, so that it's so it's the right way up. Alright folks, next we have Thunder Black Ganon. So not only is this guy really probably the hardest one, he's also really quick. Take out a sword shield. I would ideally go for a sword or a shield. I don't know why I didn't pick up one of those other swords. And I am trying not to use the Master Sword because that's a bit OP. And I'm thinking not all of you probably have it yet. Unfortunately, if you do get hit, you will drop them. For me, I'll just straight up die. So let's... My weapon's dying. Let's use this one. Yeah, it's probably the best that we've got. Okay, just to be safe, save. Radio, when you're ready, you can take on Thunderblight. This guy is really hard, immensely hard. His phase 1 is challenging already, and his phase 2 is just a nightmare. Let's talk strategy. So he's got 2 moves that he's definitely going to use in this first phase. His lightning bolt attack shouldn't be a problem. Just walk, sidestep it, whatever. And then he's got his zoom attack where he goes in a zigzag and strikes at you. There are 2 ways to deal with it that I would recommend. The other ways you can try, but it's not going to be as effective. So either flurry rush it when he is on your right side, so his zigzag is on your right side, or destroy his own shield, because that's the thing that blocks your arrows from doing anything to him. So flurry rush or destroy his shield. So sidestep the lightning bolts, and then when he's on your right side, flurry rush him. I didn't time it well, but otherwise just take the hit, and then you can actually destroy his shield in return. Okay, so you can just take the hit and destroy his shield in return. When he falls down, use bullet time and so take advantage of it and shoot bomb arrows at him. You can see I'm doing a fair amount of damage to him, and even when he just gets up, you can keep shooting at him for a little bit longer because he doesn't have his shield. But when his shield does come up, you have to keep yours up for sure. Alright. Keep your shield up. His shield is up. Wait until for him to engage. Alright, so he's managed to heal a little bit. That's okay. We're just going to have to deal with that for now. Keep your shield up. Put away your weapon if you need. Destroy his own shield. And that should be close to phase 1 done. Okay, so that's phase 1. You can see you had to act quickly to dodge, parry, whatever. And I'm just going to make a note here. I forgot to mention at the start, for phase 2 you do need a wooden shield. Otherwise he is going to make you drop your weapons. I'm going to make a couple of changes here if that's okay, because I'm feeling nervous. I'm actually going to change to the Master Sword because these weapons, they're not going to be maneuverable enough. If that's okay, I'm going to break my promise. I'm sorry guys, but in my defense, I reckon it's not likely that you guys will be taking on this Divine Beast, particularly without the Master Sword anyway. So let's go for that. I'm not going to use the Rick's protection though, and I'm going to use a wooden shield because otherwise his lightning attacks will make you drop your metal ones, which will be devastating. And for me particularly, I only have 3 hearts. It will mean I will die. So what he's going to do first in this phase, try not to take your time, is he's going to drop a number of pillars, and what you want to do is pick up one and put it next to his face, which will cause him to strike himself for a little bit. Okay, go with the bomb arrows again, make use of bullet time. Put your shield up immediately and then attack his own shield. Alright, that was really close. Alright, maybe maybe that was a little bit too powerful. So guys, that is Thunderblight. So it was very lucky that we were able to dodge all of his attacks, but that took a lot of practice. And to be honest, whenever I've done that one in the past, I've died like 20 times. I don't know how many times, when in fact for the other divine beasts I would have died no times, like just beat them on the first try. So that is really hard. Timing is hard. Be patient with Thunderblight. So use a wooden shield. My Master Sword proved to be definitely really effective. Saved the day there. So can I suggest you go find your own Master Sword before you take that boss? Alrighty. These sections, as always, I'm going to skip, and we'll teleport back to the Gerudo town. Nice. Bosa's Fury, probably worth getting a champion power that's that strong. Oh, so now that we've done all 4 beasts, if you have the DLC, then Zelda's going to talk to you about the 5th divine beast, I think. So she'll ask you to return to the Shrine of Resurrection. No, not yet. Not yet. I think that's the next conversation. Anyway, folks, I'm going to stop here, and I have to talk to the chief to finish the quest. But for you, the story will unfold in your own save file. I'm not going to spoil any more here, and definitely comment to let me know how I can be of service, and like and subscribe if you liked the content. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Love, joy, and peace to you all.